Okay, good morning once again. So this is another tutorial on how to code Python, how to write Python programs. And today we'll be writing a very simple calculator. And this calculator is supposed to take just two inputs, and then perform several operations. We have one, two, three, four, five. Okay, plus this, that is six operations, which are plus, minus, multiplication, division, mode, and power. Power means to find the power of a particular number, maybe raised to power or something, whatever. Okay, so it's a very simple program. As you can see, the lines, they are just very short. I've written the program before, so I am going to write again. I'm going to write it again so you understand what I'm writing. Okay, so the first thing we are going to do, we are using Spider. This is the latest version of Spider. That is why it's looking like this. So it doesn't matter whether yours is not looking like this, you can still do what I want to do. If you don't have Spider, I will drop the link so you can download Spider. It's very easy to download and install. So the first thing we're doing, we are writing three expressions. That is these three expressions that is supposed to collect the data, the input from the user. And one will be for the first input, they will collect the operator. Then the last one will be for the third input, but the second value. Okay, so the second number to say. So as always, we're going to say X, or you can name it anything you want. Let me say FIR first underscore IMP as first input equal to, or first num equal to int. We are using int, but you can decide to use probably float so that your program will not have any problem collecting float data, float input. But it's your choice. But we are using int. Basically, the practical I'm working on instructed us to use int, and even our output should be in int, as an integer. We are not supposed to have float answers. All our answers should be in integer. So if you divide 5 by 3, the answer is supposed to be 1, not 1.6 or 1 point anything. So let's continue. So the second input we are taking is for the operator. Let me say OPER equals to operator, right? Equal to this is not supposed to be a number, it's supposed to be a character. So we'll just use input, right? The third input will be for the second number. Remember, it's a calculator that takes just two numbers, that works on just two numbers, maybe 5 plus 3, 5 divided by 3, 7 divided by 3, or let's just be two numbers, and they will be on different lines. First input, then the operator, then the second number, the second input. So let's say sec underscore num now be equals to int input. Okay, so that's for the inputs that we're collecting. So the next thing is to define variables for the operator that our calculator would work with. So now say okay, we'll say let's say the first operator, which is plus will be equal to the plus character from the keyboard. We use either the single quotation or double quotation, it doesn't matter. So The second operator will be second operator. Let's say multiply, right, equal to asterisk. Remember that asterisk is used for multiplication in programming. So the third input will be subtract, SCB sub, equal to single quotation dash. Okay. The fourth operator rather the fourth operator will be divide. Divide, it will be equal to, okay, slash, that backward no slash. So the fourth operator would be mode, that is modulus or modulus. So equal to how do you do mode again? How do you do mode? Okay, percent, the percent sign. So we want to define the last operator. We can just put that last operator in the else statement, because we are going to be using if statement. We're going to be using a branch. We are going to be using an if statement. So you know what if statement is used for now? It's used to select to choose from different conditions. It's used to compare input of users. Okay, so we're going to be using if statements. I think they call it branch or whatever. So we're going to be using if statements. So the first thing we'll be doing is we say if if op equal to plus, right? Let me see, okay, sorry, I'm still using, we have defined the variable already. So plus equals to plus. Remember, we're using equal to because this double equal to means is used for comparison. One equal to is not, it would give an error because you're just trying to tell us that OPR should be equal to plus, and it doesn't make sense. So we're using the double equal to because it's a comparison statement. So we'll now put our column, go down, just press your enter key to go down. So we'll now say answer ANS be equal to first none plus sec none, right? So the next one will be writing EL. We use the L if when our conditions are plenty, and we have more than two conditions. So just add the else if. That ELIF means else if. So OPER equal to multiply, right? So now say ANS, which is answer, is a variable. In Python you can be working and be declaring your variables. So ANS, which is answer, is equal to first noun asterisk, I'll multiply sec none, right? So else if again, else if OPER equal to solve, right? So then solve, and I say ANS should now be equal to FIRS, the first noun, subtract sec none. So else if again, you'll if OPER equal to divide. Now say ANS will be equal to FIRS, first noun divided by s is the second norm. Okay, now the second to the last, else if equal to OPER, okay, equal to MOD. So we now say our first norm should, okay, sorry, answer should be equal to first norm mod SEC second norm, right? Okay, second norm. So the last one will be else answer should be equal to first norm power that is double asterisk second norm. So we'll come down and say print answer. That's very simple, right? Yes. So this is it. This is how the code is written. This is the whole code. Yeah, this is the whole code. Sorry, not this one. This is the whole code, right? 32 lines. Okay, here is 30 lines, I think, because of the spaces. Yes, because of the spaces. So this is the whole code. So if you run this, click here. Okay, you just put your first number. Let's say 5. Sorry, let's run it again. I press the enter key twice. So 5. Let's say 5 enter, divide, enter, 4 enter. You can see it's coming in a decimal. Yeah, right? You can see it's coming in decimal, no problem. We're going to work on that. We're going to fix that one soon. I just left it like that for people that are not, that just want to learn it, that are not following the for those that are not students, that are not for those that are not students, that are just learning for other purposes. So it's coming in decimal. So let's try it again. Let's try something else. Let's say 5 enter plus enter 10, 25, right? Very simple. So now let's work on that decimal that is coming out. Let us remove this decimal. Integer values, right? Integer values are values that doesn't have decimal. They are just whole numbers. They don't have decimal. So what we are going to do here is that we are going to make our answer. We are going to make our answer to take the integer values of the first number and the second number. So our answer, what I'm trying to say is that our answer, when I add a very short code here, our answer is always going to come out in integer, just like I've written here. Our answer is going to come out in integer. That is this. Okay. So if we just write that code now, put this in bracket and write that int behind it, our answer will be getting just be the integer value of the operation. So if you now say, even though 5 divided by 3, even though you do 5 divided by 3, as long as you have added that integer, it will get you just the integer of the operation, which will be 1, because 5 divided by 3 is I think 1 point something. So even for this 5 divided by 4, it will give you the integer, which is 1. So let's try that out and see if it works. So say int in brackets, come to this other side, add brackets, right? Put your brackets here. int bracket here, bracket int bracket, and for this last one int. So that's all. That is also or we can do it like this, or we can just simply come here and say int in brackets. So in the print statement, in the print, we can just come to this place, right? We can just come and put the int, this in. You can just come and put the answer in int, as in you can just come directly to this print and make the answer int. So we don't even need to be putting the int here. We don't even need to be adding int here. We just come here and put it and it will work. So let's just do it the way I'm doing it. Let's leave this out. So you come here, you run it. 5, right? Divided by 4. Giving you 1. Yes, but for if you know this is not what you want, you can just come here and remove the int, so it will give you the correct answer. So this is how we do it basically. That's it. Very, very simple. There's nothing hard. So just go try it out, and if you face any difficulties, you are always free to contact me. You're always free to contact me, and I will look for a way to explain more further. In case if I'm not clear enough, I will look for a way to explain further. And please don't forget to like and subscribe to this video, and always leave a comment. Let me know if it was helpful or not. Yes, I think that's all for now. Thanks for watching.